Welcome in to our Halloween movie review here at A Reel and a Beer. The new Halloween movie, to me, delivered on all levels. This is a spoiler review.
Huge.
If you're going to watch it, you are going to get spoilers. We've got somebody in the room who hasn't seen it. It's going crazy. Party, give me your overall take of the movie before we dive into it a little bit.
Overall take. It kind of like it combined several scenes from all the movies put together with its own little twist.
I like that John Carpenter himself actually said,
God.
John Carpenter himself even said that he actually was a fan of this movie and this was his vision. It's gone. He was actually a fan of this movie and it was his vision to this he approved basically and this is really the originals 40 years later. The original 40 years later. So the movie opens up with people that were researching Michael, been researching him for years and years, and you meet a guy by the name of Dr. Sertain who has followed Michael's case for the last 40 years. And he's taken these two people out here who is basically obsessed with the whole Michael Myers incident. It was a man and a woman. What was that? Age 30 years old, maybe.
Maybe.
Late 20s, early 30s.
They were obsessed.
Yeah, and they actually had the original mask of all things, which was awesome.
Visited graves.
And they visited him in this like nut loony bin house. And he's shackled and he's in these squares and they give you danger zones. You can't be in, you can't get inside these danger zones. So they put their foot right up against it. He starts asking him all these questions. They said Michael hasn't said one word in how long they say? 40 years.
Yeah.
He's not spoken 40 years. They said he can speak, but he refuses to speak. And then you never see Michael's face. He never turns around. But they walk up to him. The guy even breaks the mask out and holds it up behind him. Michael don't even turn around. And all these other nut bags is out here on this open floor that's chained up, is going ballistic,
Dogs,
going crazy.
everything.
People's dogs barking shit and good effect, good movie effect. And then it's coming. He's gonna get out. But before we talk about where he gets out, Jamie Lee Curtis pops back up. She goes and sees her granddaughter. And the thing about that is, you're wondering how they're going to leak Jamie Lee Curtis in. Lori, excuse me. Let's call her Jamie Lee Curtis. Fuck it. So you wonder how they're going to leak her in. She talks to her granddaughter Allison, and Jamie Lee Curtis and her mom's had some kind of awful relationship. Like they don't even speak.
She talks about she was raised in a cage and she was raised learning to fight her whole life.
Basically, Sarah Connor, John Connor raising kind of. She's taught how to shoot guns because she said Michael will be back one day. She just knows it.
She wanted her to be ready.
Yeah. So in Karen's her name, and Karen basically was raised in just like John Connor. Just blankly put it. That's how she was raised, and you can see that the granddaughter likes her. You know what I mean? The granddaughter's kind of drawn to her. She thinks she's the cool grandmother.
She thinks she can help her.
Yeah, she does. And but you can also tell that her mom don't want anything to do with her. So then we're going to fast forward on through the movie. Blah 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 blah. They're transporting Michael to a new state of the art facility, and they're in a bus with these other Looney Tunes. So Jamie Lee Curtis is actually sitting out in the parking lot
waiting.
And she is drinking liquor straight and got a pistol, and she's thinking about killing him as soon as they put him on the bus. She's literally thinking about killing him right there on the bus. And she ends up not doing it, and she just sits there and she's shaking. She's so upset, visually shaking. She's so upset. And
she's been through just a little bit.
Yeah, she has.
Just a smidge.
But you can tell once she sees that bus drive off, she breathes a little. You know what I mean? She finally goes home, calms down, and starts cooking herself a meal. And what happens then? When she looks at the TV.
Oh, the bus has crashed, like always.
So the bus has crashed, and there's nut jobs going everywhere, and you see these loony, like they look like zombies. They're just
They
always,
did an awesome effect with that.
they're just walking through there, but all you can see is like headlights from this one SUV that pulls up.
Shadow.
Yeah, and you just see shadows, and they look like zombies. All these nutbag murderers just walking loose on the street, and you see this one heroic dad pull up, and he's like, "Let me go check it out." Well, what guys out there? What was the chances that idiot comes back to the car? I mean, he's done. So then, the camera pans over, and you see the driver is down, and he's barely hanging on, and he's screaming get the hell out of here, because the kid goes looking for his dad. So then the kid goes looking for his dad, don't find him, he's
Thank
got
God.
well, first of all,
Thank God.
the kid had a rifle. Remember?
Yeah.
He walked in the bus, and then Dr. Sertain goes, "Hey kid," boom, and shoots him in the damn chest. He falls down. He lives though, and then the kid runs and gets back in his car, and you can tell the kid's like fisting to crank up the car and go. All of a sudden,
Nope.
guess who's in the car with him, bud? Myers. And this kid's what, 11?
Maybe.
That's when you see how badass and ruthless this version of Michael Myers is.
Yeah, that.
He fucking killed that kid like within seconds.
Yeah.
He killed that fucking like 11 or 12-year-old kid, and I was like, hell yes, dude. This motherfucker, there ain't no holds barred in this movie.
None.
So then, Michael Myers is loose, and he's got a car. So you know where he's heading. He's heading back to his hometown, and he's about to put in some work. But before he does, there's a scene at a gas station.
Who?
Guess who old Michael Myers finds at a gas station?
Well, it's like he's followed him.
Oh, he's followed him. He finds the man and the woman that were doing research on his case at this gas station getting gas.
The one that teased him with the mask.
Teased him with the mask, talked all the shit to him, trying to get him riled up. So the woman goes in this disgusting restroom to pee, and all of a sudden you see his door crank open. Well, Michael Myers had his convict clothes on, so you don't think it's Michael Myers. He's got on these metal work boots, and he's walking real slow by the stalls, and you're like,
Same walk.
yeah, same walk.
Same walk.
You're like, it could be Michael Myers, but I doubt it's Michael Myers. This dude's got on, I thought it was going to be some kind of jump scare shit. Well, you see these boots walking, you're like, well, he had on convict shoes, so it ain't him. All of a sudden, the husband, yeah, he did. The husband gets out of the car, and he walks in to pay for the gas or get something inside. And he sees that the damn clerk has been murdered.
Not just murdered. Not just.
Yeah, he's got his damn jaw unhinged.
Yeah.
His jaw's ripped down and unhinged where he slammed the damn thing on the counter. Then he walks out to like where they do the auto mechanic stuff that's attached to it. And then he sees where the guy who works there not only has been murdered, but his boots and his pants are off. So then, by God, you know exactly who's in that bathroom. So then it goes back to the scene with those boots walk up to her stall and starts hitting on it. Well, all of a sudden, all that shit stops. You just see a hand go up over it. And you're like, what the hell's this dude doing? He opens his hand up and drops all that damn dude's teeth out. And it just teeth hit the floor like, looks like 30 teeth out of that guy's head. And then she knows she's fucked up, bud.
She starts screaming right then. She don't even wait.
She knows. As soon as them teeth hit the ground, she knows, damn, it's bad. They don't know it's Michael. She don't know it's Michael. She just thinks she's in a bad place.
Who needs to know who it is when that happens?
Yeah. But then her boyfriend comes in like a hero. He gets thrashed. He gets his ass beat. I mean, he pulverized that sumbitch's head into the wall. And then he finally fucking gets his hands on her, does her in. Then you see Mike take their keys to their car and goes to the trunk, because guess what they had in the trunk? What they tortured him with? The damn mask.
And the music starts playing.
The music starts playing. You see somebody lean over and put that mask on, bud. And then you're sitting there going,
You get chills, like.
hell yes. So then, skittle, skedaddle, fast forward. Mike goes back to town. Jamie Lee Curtis at this point knows he's gone and he's loose, and she goes back to get him. Yeah, I'm gonna let you take over a little bit about, the big fight scene at the school and Allison losing her phone and all that.
Well, she's trying to get a hold of her granddaughter, the one she's been protective of the most, because she knows her daughter hates her. So she goes to the school where they've had this huge Halloween dance thing for the high school. And apparently her and boyfriend get into
He
it.
sees her kissing another girl. Right?
Yes.
She sees him kissing another girl.
And then they start fighting, throws the phone into, it didn't look like punch, but I don't know what else.
It looked kind of like a puddingish punch or something.
I don't know what that was
Some
supposed
kind of
to
liquid
be.
that's gonna ruin your phone.
Anyways, it's down the drain. It's ruined. Gone. So, of course, like any scary movie, she can't get in touch with anybody. And for some reason takes off running down a dark street.
No, she don't. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, her and
Her
the best friend.
Her and the best friend that's the guy. Yeah. Well, the guy ends up hitting on her, and she leaves. And dude, one of the coolest scenes. One of the coolest scenes is they're in a yard. The guy kisses her, and the lights come on,
Motion lights.
Motion lights. You're like, what the hell? So she pushes him away and says, "Get away from me! I don't want to kiss you. I'm in a bad spot." He's like, "Well, I thought y'all were done." She's like, "It don't matter if we're done. I don't want to be with you. So get away from me." Well, sure enough, she walks off. All of a sudden, the lights come back on, and you see Michael Myers.
Off in the distance.
He's off in the distance. He's not saying a word. He's just standing there doing this.
With that head tilt.
He's like, "Hey, Mr. So-and-so, I'm sorry I'm on your land. I'm about to leave."
They're all drunk.
Lights go off. Lights come back on. Somebody's in a different spot.
Closer.
Lights go off. Lights come back on.
Closer.
Yeah. Lights go off. Somebody's lights come back on. That motherfucker takes one on the damn chin. Bloop! He takes off running though. I give him that. He's like, "What the fuck? I told you I was leaving, man." He takes off running, and she hears him screaming, so she comes back to see what the problem is. She knows something's not right with him, even though they're into it. And he gets up to a metal rod fence, and
His cape gets stuck.
his cape gets stuck. Well, Mike finishes his ass off, and by the time she gets back over there, he's took that damn metal rod, picked the guy up, and ran it through his damn neck, and he's hanging from the damn thing like this. And I'm like, Jesus, this Michael Myers
That is
right
a Game
here.
of Thrones moment.
Yeah, this Michael Myers right here is like, unreal. All right, so then she's on the run. She's going through town, like she runs through these woods, wasn't it? Yeah, that's when yeah.
No, the woods was after the police.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. So you're right. It was after that. So we're trying to fast forward, run a little long on this one. That's cool. So then the beautiful part is she knows he's back. She's panicking now. She's trying to find Jamie Lee Curtis and him. And this dude's dead. And then it shows a sequence of Michael and a point of view camera, right? Looks like it's right attached. It's basically like you have a GoPro and you're walking one step behind Michael Myers. You get to see what Michael Myers sees. As he walks, you're walking with him. And he's going through this town. And there's kids and shit running up to him because it's Halloween night. And you're like, you don't think nothing of it. They don't think nothing of it. They just see this creepy dude walking around. He's looking.
He's just going house to house.
Bro, he just starts fucking going.
Killing.
Just fucking old women. Somebody goes in there and hits her in the fucking head, kills her dead or in hell.
He goes and gets the butcher knife.
Oh yeah, he finally gets a butcher knife from the damn woman that's in there cooking. He walks, after he gets through beating the fuck out of the old woman and kill her. That somebody walks right outside. That somebody walks right outside and does this. He looks and he sees
Next door.
He sees a woman in the window. Somebody goes.
Next door.
Right in there. You see her walk up. She's looking out that same window. She comes over, like looking at the kids and shit. You just see Mike walking right up behind her. That motherfucker takes that butcher knife, goes straight through her goddamn throat. It comes out this side. He goes, just drops her and fucking starts walking off.
Next house.
And I'm like, bro, he goes to the next house. He's just fucking just hacking. And I'm like, God, yes, dude. Well, then finally, How do they find like the
The
sheriff?
police, Jamie Lee
sheriff
Curtis
shows
shows up at the gas station and kind of gets on the same page
With the police?
with one of the guys that was actually there the night this everything happened, the deputy sheriff. And they get everybody rounded up except for the granddaughter. And they take them back to Jamie Lee Curtis's house.
But now he goes out, the officer goes out and finds
Him
her.
and, is it Dr. Spartain?
Spartain, yeah. Her and Spartain go find
Go
her.
looking.
And his name's Hawkins. Hawkins is the officer. So, and Hawkins has been on, Remember the Titans. He was the defensive coordinator on Remember the Titans. So his real name is Will Patton. So they go find her.
Yes.
And they put her in a car. And they find Michael. And tell them what happens when they find Michael.
You get to see the flip of Dr. Spartain.
What did they do to him first?
Oh, they just flat out run him over with a car. Aim for him, speed up, speed bump it,
He said, I'm going to show
whatever you want to call it.
He says, I'm going to show that son of a bitch tonight. So Hawkins does what I did. He just floors it and runs over the son of a bitch. I'm talking about he hits him full force.
Did everything except to reverse over him.
Yeah. So then Mike's laying there on the ground motionless. Hawkins walks over there with his pistol. And the doctor's like, whoa, now he's part of the state. We got to bring him in alive.
Starts defending him.
So you go ahead and take over what happens.
Well, he starts talking about how much he needs him. And you can tell where his obsession really, truly comes in.
Been following him 40 years.
Yes. And not only him, Loomis too, because he studied how Loomis even acted with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wants to preserve Michael, pretty much,
Yep.
and save him from any harm because he thinks he's just this, I don't want to say magical, but
He
there's
thinks-
something about him that is just,
Yeah, like never been seen before, basically. He's
Yeah.
got an obsession with him. He's starting to show real heavy because he thinks this dude's just going to put a bullet in his head and kill him.
and he loses it.
There was an audio recording earlier in the movie, though, of Loomis when they asked him what he should do with Michael. He said he should be executed. His words was terminated. And instantly as you terminate him, they said they need to go burn the body and spread the remains out somewhere. That's how evil he thought he was.
Yep.
So yeah, tell him what happens then.
Well, right when Hawkins is about to actually finish the job and try to take care of Michael the way he thinks it needs to be done, Dr. Spartain starts fighting for the gun and actually
Cuts his neck, remember?
he cuts it?
Yeah, he cut his neck with that hobby knife, like that surgical knife.
Oh, this.
Yep.
Yeah.
He straight cuts his neck. Hawkins done.
But he fights him when he does that.
I mean, he tries to, but he just cut his neck. Remember, he did it from behind. He didn't know it was coming. And then Hawkins is dead. The girl sees it happen, so she's locking the damn doors.
Yeah, she's stuck in the backseat.
She's panicking. She's in the back of a cop car, so she can't do shit. Well, all of a sudden, fucking Spartain raises up with the damn Michael Myers mask on. He's looking, and everybody's like, what the hell? So he drags Michael somehow to the damn car and gets his big ass and puts him in the back seat
Locks him in.
with the damn girl Allison. You're sitting here going, God almighty.
Child locks where neither one of them can get out behind the cage.
So you got Michael Myers. He takes his mask and throws it in there. And fucking shit, Michael Myers is laid out like this in the back seat.
Up against her.
Everybody thinks he's dead, you know what I mean? Like,
Never did.
so they're going down the road, and he keeps talking about him, and the camera like shows Michael like basically laying up against her, and all of a sudden it goes to another scene. You don't see that son of there no more.
You see his hand.
Yeah, that son of a bitch done woke up, and she's locked in the fucking back seat with the son of a bitch. So you think, God, she's dead? Nope. He takes that fucking metal cage, and he shoves that goddamn son of a bitch so hard, and it fucking hits the fucking Dr. Spartain. He keeps fucking pounding him till it fucking kills him, beating his fucking head up against that steering wheel. In the meantime, the girl gets out. That's when she runs through the woods.
Yes.
And that's when she goes and finds Jamie Lee Curtis. and after a long run or whatever. Well, then Jamie Lee Curtis is like, well, it's time to kill that son of a bitch. So they get back to her house, and her whole house is like booby trapped, where she can shut rooms off and all kind of shit. Got a full arsenal in the basement. She's got a button she hits where it basically moves her, I guess you'd say, her island
Yeah.
in the middle of her kitchen, and they go downstairs and just, I'm talking about full arsenal. It looks like she has like, like she don't have an AK-47, but everything but AR-15s, shotguns, crossbows.
Well, this is
pistols.
the first time too that her husband has got to see what she actually grew up with and what she actually had to go through growing up. Because he says, "What is all this?" And she says, "My childhood."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was her simple answer. This is my childhood.
You could tell she knew all the weapons and everything too.
Oh yeah.
She knew Michael was coming back one day, and she knew she was going to have to kill him. So the husband sees a cop car pull up, and like this house is locked down like a fortress. So he goes out there and check on the cop car. Well, it's not a cop car. Oh fuck! Wait.
It was.
We forgot one more. Well, it's not that big a deal.
Well, when she ran through the woods, they
Yeah.
stopped inside of another cop car.
Another cops pull up. Michael does them in too.
They go to check.
Yeah, they go to check. Michael's loose right there, kills both of them, steals their cop car. He stomps Sartain's head. Sartain's still alive. He's laid outside the car. He's like, please, I just want to hear you speak. It's been 40 years.
He just wants one word.
Say one word, please.
One word.
He just looks down at him and stomps him with his boots, and his head explodes like a watermelon. I was like, damn, dude. Whew, that's dudes. So then let's fast forward to get to the end of the movie. So we fast forward to the end of the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis is in this damn General Custer last stand. She's locked and loaded.
The husband's dead.
The husband's dead, which would be her son-in-law. All right. Jamie Lee Curtis is standing by the door, and Michael reaches through the damn door and grabs her. And then he reaches through, is it like a cat door or something?
No, he had already busted the glass out.
That's right, the glass, yeah. But he has, he's just that one hand, whatever.
Because it's the way the windows are.
He's trying to choke the fuck out of her. He's trying to kill her. And Jamie Lee Curtis gets a shotgun and somehow angles it up.
He goes to grab it.
He goes to grab the shotgun. She blows like half his fucking hand off. You see him go,
fingers
whoa.
going.
And I was like, damn, dude. So she runs back in there and she goes downstairs and they're like, okay, it's, we're about to, he's here. And she goes, I'm going back up there and I'm going to end this shit. So she goes back up there with a gun and she's got like a rifle. And as she's walking through, she's got a flashlight and a rifle. She's like hunting his ass. And she's following this blood trail. And every room she goes in, she hits a button. And you see a metal door go down. That way that son of a bitch can't go from room to room like he does in all the movies and shit.
She knows what he does.
Yeah, and so she'll go in another room, she'll hit a damn thing, so he can't be in that room. So she starts narrowing down, so it gets to a room that she has mannequins in, like practice dummies.
Yeah, that's what she practiced on.
She shot a mannequin, like shooting dummy mannequins. And he finally comes out and attacks her ass.
Yeah.
What happens, Marty?
Best fight scene ever.
What happens?
Tell it. You tell it better than I do. This part you do.
No, good. It don't end there. Michael grabs her fucking ass and walks out to a balcony. And he fucking just hurls her ass off a balcony, 2-story balcony. And you see her go, so you think, damn, there goes Jamie Lee Curtis, shit. And then Mike hears rumbling, like in the house. So he turns and he goes back downstairs. The fucking camera pans back. Jamie Lee Curtis is up and gone, bud. You're like, everybody in the theater started cheering, dude. They was like, yes! And I was like, damn, everybody's for Jamie Lee Curtis. I thought people would be for Michael Myers, man. But then it gets to the point where he's literally, he knows they're in the kitchen and he knows they're underneath something in there. And he knows what it is.
Well, she had gave it away when she shot through the floor.
Yeah, he was walking. They started shooting through the damn floor earlier in the thing. So he knows they're underground. I forgot that part. So he comes over there and he figures out what she's under. So he gets that damn island, whatever you want to call it. He starts jerking on it. and you can see it's about to give, and it finally gives way, and she starts screaming. Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter, which was her name? What's her name? Allison. No, Allison's
Yeah.
mom. No, it's Karen. Karen. She's like, I can't do it. She's holding this rifle. She's like, I can't shoot. I'm so scared. I can't do it. She's just saying that on purpose.
Set up.
Because then Mike sticks his head around the corner when he hears that she can't shoot. What does she do?
Gotcha.
She goes, gotcha. Boom! And hits him like up here somewhere. So he's really fucking hurting at this point. Half his hand's blown off. It looks like he's got shot with a damn, 7 mag or 357 or something. I mean, not 357, but a 30-06, some kind of deer hunting rifle shit. And, but he keeps coming like he always does.
Always.
I mean,
He's
he just
Michael
keeps coming.
Myers.
Well, then they fuck his ass up. He starts
He
going
falls down the stairs at him.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis did something at that point, right? What was it? Anyways, he ends up falling down the stairs, and they're getting up to go around the bastard. He reaches and grabs one, of course, They end up kicking his hand loose, and all of a sudden she hits some kind of button. You see these things do this and lock the stairwell. You just see some things go across and lock the stairwell. Jamie Lee Curtis goes and hits some kind of buttons in the house, and all of a sudden you just see these tons and tons of torches come out of the wall, like gas torches.
Yep.
And flames by him, and she hits a button, and she tells him, it's time for your ass to burn or something. She's basically booby trapped her house where it lock him in the basement. So she hits this button, and you just see them start going up one by one. Like
Every single room that she's shut a door to,
Yep.
every single door
Burn.
that she's
burns the
locked
whole
down.
fucking house to the ground. The last scene in the movie there, you see Michael looking up, and then all of a sudden the flames come, catch on fire, and then right there at the end, you don't see no damn flame. You see the flames burning, but you don't see any Michael Myers.
You don't.
You're like, oh,
So
son.
is there another?
Yeah.
Is there?
I'd
Is he
probably say-
ever really dead?
I don't think you kill this motherfucker. I mean, they've tried everything. I mean, I'm starting to think he's like Godzilla in the movie. You hit him with a knee and you still keep walking. Partay 1 to 10, what do you give the movie?
It definitely did not disappoint at all. I'm gonna go with an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a solid 7, 7.25. I mean, it delivered. It's good. I hate horror. To me, to give any horror movie anything over a 4 is phenomenal. But
Surprising.
they made the Michael Myers that we want to see. He killed the kid. That's the Michael Myers we want to see.
He was brutal even from the moment that the music comes on when he's putting the mask on. I mean,
Some bitch was
everything.
bad. He delivered. We ran this one way too long, really.
It was so good.
So good. So we have a lot to
So
talk about.
good.
Guys, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell for the notifications. This is a Halloween, a Real and a Beer movie review. We are out.